Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on BeamNG Drive for a challenge. We are going to be doing some soapbox racing. This was quite a lot of fun when we did it on Forza Motorsport not so long ago, so why not have a go on Beam? The way this works is pretty simple. The cars are going to be using the power of gravity. Some of them move their engines, some haven't just because it's easier shuffling around on the grid, but each vehicle will be, okay, so Stevie's is apparently got a little bit stuck. It didn't want to move. You will hold in the clutch or have the car in neutral and let gravity do the work on this one. Now, the course itself, you might recognise it. It's a very old from an old video series. I've used this route in the past, but it is a steep downhill road. However, there are a couple of bits where you're going to have to be careful. A couple of quite nasty braking zones, and there's even a jump for the cars to contend with here. Oh, Stevie with a bit of understeer through there. You really don't want to be putting wheels on the dirt. This section here is a challenging one. It is a big jump, of which the Cherrier is pretty good on the landing of. Is the BX... oh, not quite as happy. It's not quite as happy. Then you've got this big braking zone for a tight left-hander coming up, which... oh, Stevie's got... as Stevie has sent it into there, has got away with it, you then head around this next section. Try and not run too wide. There is a little bit of dirt here as well to cause some grief for the vehicles. You want to... oh, Stevie's got a bit of airtime through that section. Yeah, you want to try and maintain... you're going to lose speed over that dirt. You want to try and carry as much speed into the dirt section as you can. You then head into this very tight hairpin. That is the final corner that you need to be braking for, which Mika has got through there quite nicely. Stevie will send the BX through here as well, and on the exit we head down towards the finish line. That is just this straight, run down towards a junction, and that will be the end of the course. It is going to go... it's going to go the way of Mika unless something goes terribly wrong at this point. Stevie's car just did not want to get going. I know the handbrake got stuck or quite what happened. It's a little bit slow away and just could never quite recover. Stevie sent it, definitely tried, but in the end, the BX just not able to make up time, and that is Mika across the line. And that will be the Chariot into the next round, and Stevie is across the line in cinematic fashion. A good roll. A proper movie-esque roll right there from the BX into the spanner. So, we head into our second heat. Blazer has gone a different way to a lot of us here. Blazer is going for a van and hoping... pretty much, I think he's hoping to be ahead at turn 1 and then just be really annoying. That is the plan. We will see if that is going to work out or not. Danger Man's vehicle should, in theory, be faster. We expect the K-Series actually in testing looked very, very quick. However, Danger Man is going to find themselves... Blazer is sort of shuffling over onto the K-Series. It's going to be side by side as we head towards this first corner. Now, is Danger Man going to be able to make this work on the outside? There's a little bit of contact through here. Danger Man... oh, there's definitely a little bit more contact through there. Danger Man had to do that. It was so important to get ahead of the van at that critical junction. Now, they may have lost a little bit of momentum overall, but they've both lost it, so it doesn't really matter down here as we head over the jump. Will the K-Series be okay on the landing? No, it's gone round. K-Series has gone round. Danger Man will maybe be able to recover this one, but it has had a moment. We knew this was a potential danger for the race cars, or the more race cars in this. Blazer has come flying past. Now, whether there was any damage done to Danger Man's car in that early contact or whether it just bounced awkwardly, there is still a good amount of race to go if the K-Series can get a perfect run. And the van has still got to be mistake-free down here. Blazer leads from K-Series of Danger Man. The hairpin is going to be... critical here. If the K-Series can get a good run out of here and Blazer loses any time, the van could still be in trouble. Oh, no, Blazer's done a pretty good job, actually. Kept it neat and tidy, but has it carried? I don't think it's carried anywhere near as much speed as the K-Series. However, Blazer has got the lead, and there is nothing else you can do here. All you can do is just hope. Hope that gravity is going to do enough. Oh, it's going to be really close, I think. Danger Man is going to be tantalizingly close, but I'm not sure there's quite enough circuit for Danger Man to reel this one in and get a pass done. It is going to be Or is it? Blazer's really stalling out, it seems. However, the finish line is coming up there. Danger Man is not quite close enough. Has just got to the bumper. Considering that was pointing backwards at some point, it's a great effort from Danger Man. However, it is going to be Blazer that is through. They're very unlucky for the K-Series, despite all of that. The K-Series would be eliminated. Good recovery attempt, however. the van is through to the next round. For our next heat, we have got Rally class, or certainly the Rally Light, going on between Ewan's I-Series, Amy's Pazima. Quite similar vehicles. Now, in this one, Ewan's has still got the engine in. Amy's car is considerably lighter of the pair, as a large amount of weight saving when you get rid of the engine. In theory, that'll be good for handling, lighter. A bit more weight can be good for sort of momentum in these. There's kind of a... You want a heavy enough vehicle that's still very grippy, basically. It's a fine balance. Some cars here that have gone for more lightweight, more grip. Ewan is going to try and look around the outside of turn 1. It is possible to do that, and Ewan is going to hold it there. He's going to put Amy on a slightly awkward line through the next corner. They're going to remain. We thought it was going to be close, and it certainly has been side by side through this first section. In the end, the Pazima has just come out of this on top. Now, the important part, I say, that you don't necessarily have a huge amount of control over. You need to get a good landing here. You've got to hope your suspension is nicely set up. Pretty similar between the pair of them. You're not really touching the brakes at the moment. Now you will have to be getting on the brakes, getting the car slowed down. How brave dare you be? The car in second is always likely to be that little bit braver as they're trying to make up some time. It's a good opportunity to make up some time through here, and it does look like Ewan's done a good job. It's close. Both across the dirt, fairly evenly. In fact, Ewan has got a good run here. Amy is feeling the need to go defensive down towards the hairpin. You don't really want to have to compromise yourself with a defensive line into the hairpin, but you also don't want to give up a place. They are side by side. Oh, Amy's almost fallen over. Amy's gone. There was a big two-wheeled moment for the Pazima, and that's a big accident. I'm amazed that had enough grip to grip roll. There wasn't really expecting to see grip rolling as an issue. Yeah, that is a big tumble down the side of a mountain for a Pazima. Ewan put the pressure on. I guess maybe forcing that Pazima on a very tight line, being so defensive in that corner, was enough to cause issues with, well, grip rolling, essentially. Wasn't expecting that one, but yeah. Well done, Ewan. Ewan is through to the next round, and Amy is the first car to fall off the side of the mountain, and it was in very spectacular fashion. So we move from rally car round to Italian supercar round. This is just how the heats, like the random heats, have been drawn. Me and Shadows have had similar ideas. I have the older Bolide. Shadows has the Scintilla. I have got the tarmac rally spec mostly. That the plan is we've got a little bit of ground clearance for the bumps and the dirt section. We have got plenty of grip though because, well, it's a Bolide. Hopefully it will be good enough here to beat the Scintilla. It's definitely going to be a close race, this one. Let's face it, there's no doubt about it. We're going to try and force Shadows onto a tight line down towards turn 1. It's like a fraction better start than the Scintilla here, and Shadows has backed out of it one, so we will take the line. I say there's a risk in that one. And however, we have made it work through there quite nicely. You don't want to touch the dirt if you can help it. Now, both of our cars are not going to enjoy this section. Neither of our cars are going to like the bump, I wouldn't have thought. Oh, it was a good run for me. Shadows has lost the back end a little bit. That's helped me out quite a lot. Now, the downside for me is I have no ABS, of course, so lockups are an ever-present danger. For us here, carry as much momentum as we can through here. Don't run wide on the sort of the midpoint of that corner. Do run wide down here. We don't want to hit the big bump on the inside, although I also don't want to risk... Oh, we've been better across that dirt section than Shadows' Scintilla. One more big braking zone to come for us here. Got to make sure we don't get this one wrong. It's tough. You want to carry as much speed as you can into this corner, but not too much. Oh, I've done it. I have done too much speed through there, like that. We have got off the side, trying to carry momentum. I thought we got away with it. And I just asked too much. I knew we were under pressure on that one, and yeah, I think I panicked slightly when I locked the brakes up. God damn. Typical. In all the testing, never went off the circuit there once, and of course, when we actually do the run, that is the time where we go for an adventure. God damn it. There we go. Well, Shadows is going to take victory. Yeah, it's a silly error. Silly error indeed. But there you go. The Scintillary through, and we find ourselves at... it's actually in half. Surprisingly, considering we fell off a mountain, it actually still drives. Well, that is mighty impressive. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't expecting that one. I just tapped back to it and just realised it was surprisingly good. Hold on. Look, I know it's not exactly how this is supposed to go. Oh, it doesn't have... Funnily enough, it does have some driving issues. I mean, and gravity... Oh, that rear wheel is questionable. What is going on? I don't know how that rear wheel is still somehow... Oh, there we go. It's flapped itself back into a relatively good position. Considering how broken... Yeah. Oh, no. It has flapped itself back into a good position. Now it's... oh, no, wait. It's fallen back again. It's not the best to drive, Eddie. It's definitely not the best to drive. There was a moment where it started to be... Oh, and it's now fallen apart. Oh, it's crossed the line, but it's broken. It's actually broken, the drive shaft. It made it to the finish line when it broke. I'll take it. Oh, dear. The bowline is done. Up next, we have got Robin with a van. Going for the Blazer. This one here is a more complete van than Blazer's was. And Longbow, whose face has got kind of matrixed a bit. I'm guessing this is like supposed to be a super low drag, like Salt Flats style Moonhawk. It's quite cool. Both these pretty big, pretty heavy vehicles. It'll be interesting to see how they fare going down this course. If the van gets ahead, it's going to be annoying to try and get past, essentially. It is close away from the line, and it's going to be Longbow that will take the lead, I think, by the time they get to the first corner. Now, the van would perhaps expect to be better and fare better when it comes to the bumps and the jumps. Although the Moonhawk, oh, it's got a little bit of grip roll going on. So the Moonhawk probably not too bad, although that looked a little bit dicey immediately. There is some potential for grip roll as they head through this first section. Now, on to the jump we go. How will the Moonhawk do? It is pretty... Okay, got a little bit of an awkward bounce on the landing down there. The van has lost a little bit of ground. I don't quite know where. Big lock-up from Longbow up ahead. That's the sort of thing that I was suffering a little bit with the bowline. Roberts tipped it in through there. Oh, Lombow's gone very deep in this section. Ends up against the... kind of like a rock face. You don't want to do that because you'll struggle. You'll struggle to get the exit. Thankfully, I think it's far enough ahead of the van that it's not crazy problematic at the moment. The van is through the dirt quite nicely. Now, we see this hairpin is possibly the trickiest corner on the track. There are two places easy to make mistakes on. Longbow has got it turned, just about gets it stopped. Oh, Robin with the understeer, trying to carry speed, and it's another one gone into... Oh dear. There's a little bit of lag. It's a big shunt. It's a big shunt for the van, and I think a node grabber down the hill as well. The van has had a tumble. There would be a collection of vehicles in that graveyard, but it will be the Moonhawk that, after a little grip roll scare early on, seemed to have calmed down for the rest of the course, and it will be Longbow that shall be across the line and victorious with the no-faced Moonhawk. I'm afraid, Robin, you did not. You had a very big accident, but you did not quite win on that one. Where did it end up? And there it is. Yeah, it's a pretty wrecked van. For the final heat, we have got is another rally round. Gliska with a rally SBR4 and Rossi with a rally Sunburst. Again, both pretty sensible choices for this one. Could see some grip rolls. I don't know necessarily if we're going to see any of that from these. The rally cars with a slightly higher ride heights might be why we see them grip roll. But yeah, who knows? It's going to be Gliska that leads the way and is going to just move over and has got clearance to move over and take the line they want into the first corner. Who will be? Well, I think Gliska got through the first quarter, or got to the first quarter quite well, but I think it was a little bit too slow mid-quarter. Rossi's looking for a way past, but it's going to be a difficult one. Rossi, though, has got a good run and is going to just about take the lead as they head to the jump. Good work from the Sunburst there. Didn't panic when it fell behind into turn one, just focused on getting a good run through that one. The SBR4, like it bottomed out something pretty harsh through there. Could be a little bit of desync, but has got away with it. Gliska with it. Oh, a little bit of a lock-up. Oh, gone very deep. Got away with it. Carried good speed on the way in, but of course the problem part is you're going to be a little bit slow on the exit on that line. You kind of... you've got descended a little bit. Rossi's still got the next braking zone to make up, but has got that little bit of a gap back to the SBR4. That being said, this is a very critical corner because you've got the entire run to the line here. Rossi is nicely through here, and on the exit, let's go maybe with a bit of a lock-up on the way in there as well. It will be, Rossi has got this one. If you get a bad run out of this hairpin, it does sort of affect you the entire way down, and the Sunburst got, by the looks of it, a very, very good run through there. It was a good run, a good exit, and it was going to be the Sunburst, unless it spontaneously, I don't know, locks a brake on or something, which I don't think is possible on Beam as far as I'm aware. It's going to be the Sunburst that is going to take victory, or Rossi will be into the next round, and it will be Gliska who is eliminated. Gliska got the lead but just lost out, and then in trying to regain the time, just could not quite. It's a good roll, better than mine, and better than some we've seen. Yeah, Rossi into the next round. Gliska will join me and plenty others in the Spanner final.
Oh god, Danger Man and Gliska on the front row.
Yeah, we don't want to be thinking this through.
Corner. Why do you think?
If
why do you think
all
the
five cars make it to the bottom, it'll be a miracle.
It's like the thing is,
it's the eye of the choice to revert to type and ram them off the road, or prove to be a better individual and not.
Do that and accidentally take Stevie and Alex with
No.
it.
Just if the whole front row goes off, I'm okay with this.
All right, me and you can have
We'll
a
have
race.
a race.
Yeah, okay.
So it is on to the Spanner final. Now, no one will go through from this one just because of the numbers that we have for the next part of this, but this is for honour. The Spanner trophy is always important. Sadly, Robin's having internet issues, so he's had to drop out for this. But we have got 5 cars. If all 5 somehow make it to the bottom, I will be amazed, as will everybody else. Danger Man and Gliska on the front row can only go well here. They have got they've got a slightly better start on the front row. Honestly, it's not the worst thing in the world for us. We can sit back and potentially bide our time and wait. If they tangle with each other, which is quite likely, might be able to do something. Danger Man is going to take the lead through here. Danger Man has gone wide. We've imparted a bunch of momentum to Amy. I do not want to have to lift through here, so we are just... Oh, okay, that's so... Whoa! We literally joked about the front row taking themselves out, and they have managed to take each other out. Oh, fantastic. I mean, it is fantastically done. Can we just torpedo and Amy? We'll restart, of course, for reasons of making it fair. But yeah, that was mighty impressive lag. We're on to take 2 for the Spanner final. Hopefully less lag death would be a really, really good thing right about now. Or in about 30 seconds when the race gets going proper, we will have to wait and see. Yeah, who knows? Who knows what is going to happen with this race? If we can get away cleanly, that is always helpful. Overtaking is going to be difficult. We are relying on some chaos. In fact, I have not got off. I've not got off to a very good start with this one. The hope is that the 3 wide up ahead are going to lose some momentum, but I'm always going to get stuck. Like, we may end up just having to go for the kind of pushing Amy through here. Oh, there's been contact and Danger Man's got over. There was wheel-to-wheel contact between the SBR4 and the K-Series. We are not giving up on this position. So I don't know how we've made that one work. We just refused to give up on that overtake, and we have somehow made it happen. We've pushed our way up into a 3rd place. Can we look for a way past Stevie? Stevie's car's having issues over the bumps. Perhaps not the biggest surprise in the world. I'm on the outside, though, towards a very sketchy corner. This is not a place I really want to be stuck on the outside. Or we were going to have to kind of cut across at some point and turn it on. Gliska's ran wide. Gliska's ran wide on the exit through there. We're going to sweep past and move ourselves up into the lead of the race as we head across the dirt. Stevie's also snuck through. The 200BX has made its way past. Amy has got some momentum coming down here. Now, let's try and avoid doing what I managed to do last time around. We've got a little bit more of a gap going on in this one. Danger Man is quite unlucky, I feel, in that wheel-to-wheel contact, lifting the car up and tumbling it. I was cautious through there, maybe a little too cautious this time around. Stevie's definitely gained some time. I'm hoping the Bolide will be good down this straight. In fact, it has picked up speed quite nicely down here. We're up to the giddy heights of 70 miles an hour. Yeah, we've pulled the gap on Steve. 71 actually out of it. Quicker than I've gone in testing down here. We've pulled a little bit of a gap on the BX. The BX cannot quite do it in this. Yeah, we've got it. Stevie can't match it. The Bolide just a little bit too fast on the run towards the finish line. It will be spanner final victory for me. But I say that'll be all it will be. I'm not going to complain too much about that one. There's actually a very good spanner final. We rather forced our way past Amy's car, but that was critical. The fact that we didn't give up and we were able to carry the speed and make that happen is what put me in a position. And we made a very... To be fair, we made 2 very brave overtakes. Stevie admittedly was very sporting and gave us enough space to make that one stick. We were very easy to get in trouble on that one. Fought back, but I think we were just too quick down that final section. That was... Oh, as Gliska ran out of... Gliska may have ran out of momentum, might have to resort to an engine. Not sure. Yeah, Gliska had the lead, unfortunately just ran a little too deep into one of those corners and lost a bit of time in that. That was a very good spanner final, though, I have to say. Danger Man will feel aggrieved, I have no doubt. Unlucky that the wheel-to-wheel contact launched a K-Series. But there we go. Now we are back. I say back to the main event, back to the semi-finals. The first of our semi-finals is kind of the heavyweight battle, really, of the cars that remain. Blazer's van up against Longbow's Moonhawk. If anything can deal with the van, it's probably going to be the Moonhawk. This is very much a case of we are expecting the Moonhawk to be faster. The van is not particularly quick. However, if you don't make mistakes and stay out of trouble, can still work. Longbow has just ever so slightly started to pull away here, but you are going to be stuck on the outside for turn 1. Will Longbow be able to get enough ahead? Oh, Blazer's made a little mistake on the inside. The van is bobbling across the dirt, and that is going to be trouble for the van. This is a slight downside. The thing with like soapbox racing is if you make a mistake, especially make a mistake early on in the course and lose a bunch of momentum at a rather important point, you can't really recover it. It's very difficult. You're relying on the other car making a mistake. Lombow's vehicle is good over the jump. Blazer's is probably the best over the jump. Admittedly, it's a little bit slower this time. There's a bit of a lock up again from the Moonhawk going through here. Blazer likewise. Blazer is going to have to just tip it in and try carrying as much speed as possible through here. You've got to commit essentially. It's a big gap to be making up. Longbow across the dirt relatively nicely. Here comes the van. It is also relatively smoothly done across the dirt there. Longbow towards the nasty hairpin. Again, decent sized lead. Moonhawk. Oh, Blaze has fallen off. How have you fallen off there? I'm not quite sure how Blaze has had that accident. How have you had a crash? Where you? Oh, I don't even know how Blaze has managed to have that one. My best guess is Blazer, in trying to skirt around the dirt here, or maybe bounced a bit weird here, has managed to go too close to the edge and fallen off. I was busy watching Longbow at the hairpin because I wasn't expecting anything dramatic to happen, and we just missed Blazer falling off the track. I'm very confused. I mean, Longbow was well in the lead and was going to be through to the final anyway, and indeed the Moonhawk is across the line, and the Moonhawk will take victory. I'm just not sure how Blazer fell off the mountain there. Either way, yeah, it didn't go ideal at the start and could never really quite recover from that point, but did also have a tumble off the side of the mountain and lose some wheels along the way. So, from the heavyweight semi-final to the rally light semi-final, we have Ewan's I-Series up against Rossi's Sunburst. It should be an interesting battle between these two, fairly similar vehicles. General consensus is that's very fast. Also, Rossi is, I think, the only one doing this on a wheel, which is a slight bit better. You can be a bit smoother with it. But yeah, we will see how this one goes. It's side by side towards turn one. Ewan has got the inside line. Don't know whether that's preferable or not particularly. You can get maybe a slight better run on the outside, or Ewan is going to make that pass stick, though, through there. What Ewan could possibly do here is just get in the way of Rossi's normal lines. And if you can manage to do that, you can upset the Sunburst. In Soapbox, in this style of Soapbox racing, if you can manage to hinder the other car. We're not talking about full-on blocking, of course not, but just have your vehicle where they want theirs to be can be very helpful. The Sunburst looks very good over the bumps, but it is a little bit further back. Oh, Ewan's carried a lot of speed. Ewan's got it very deep. Can Ewan recover this one? Well, he's got back on the circuit. Unconventional. The problem is, it looks like it's smashed the front wheel up. Now, there may be some desync. The problem Ewan's going to have here is they have lost a lot of momentum. Rossi's going to have to take an awkward way past. Has got it done. I mean, the fact that Ewan got away with that is quite impressive, I'm not going to lie. Now, there is definitely desync. It wouldn't be dragging itself down the road like that with that much damage. There will be some damage. I don't know how much damage will have been done to that I-Series. Ewan has sent it into the hairpin. Actually, done quite well. Carried a lot of speed on the way into the hairpin. The problem is, though, of course, it's always going to suffer somewhere, and in the case... it has magically fixed that front wheel, weirdly. Yeah. It's just disappearing out of shot for a second. Either way, yeah, carry a load of speed into the corner like that is you're going to pay a price, and it means if you can't get past the other car, well, that price is going to be you're going to struggle on the exit, which has been the case. Ewan's put up a great fight, honestly. Having got away with that adventure off the circuit is mighty impressive. Rossi is going to take victory. The Sunburst is through into the final, and Ewan... not quite the... spectacular. Not quite the flip we were looking for, but a different kind of flip. Ewan with save of the day might be eliminated, but the fact that made it to the finish line, having gone for such an adventure, pretty good going. Pretty good going indeed. So, the final semi-final we have to run. So Mika's car, for some reason, didn't load properly. So this is how it has always been. Just in the first round, it didn't look this way because it didn't load in for Beam multiplayer being Beam. So Shadows with the Scintilla versus the Chariot of Mika. I'm not sure which way this one is going to go, to be honest. The Chariot we know is very good on the jump. That is a section that the Chariot is incredibly strong on. If Shadows can get ahead of Mika by that section, that would be very, very helpful for the Scintilla's chances. It's close. Mika started to pull away a little bit. Shadows is bringing it back. It's going to be, much like we saw with Rossi and Ewan, it's going to be side by side. Oh, Mika went to crowd Shadows a little. Mika went to come across when it wasn't quite clear by the looks of it. It could have very easily ended up in a Chariot getting turned around on that one. They've just about got away with it, and it's unfortunate for Shadows has lost out a little bit on this. Now, over the jump, we've seen the Chariot here. The Chariot is pretty good. The Scintilla, a little bit less good. That's more of what we're expecting from the say from the supercars, but for the cars with just a considerable less ground clearance, even with them sort of lifted up. Shados is sending it across the bumps there. The Scintilla bouncing around, all sorts of awkward. And there's a little bit desync on that. It probably isn't quite that bad driving it, but it's still going to be quite affected by the bumps through here. Shados has kept the gap pretty equal as we go through here. There is the gap between the pair of them heading in towards the hairpin. Mika is through there quite nicely. Shados is going to send it. Actually got some oversteer through that one. Again, no engine power involved. Shados just chucked it through there. That was, yeah, I think the first oversteer we had going on. It's not quite going to be enough. And of course, the problem is if you are sliding around, you are going to be losing momentum in this, which is so very important. It was spectacular, but it is not going to be enough to catch the Chariot. At this point, you've got to do everything you can to try and make it work, and it was just not quite going to be enough. Mika is going to cross the line and will take victory in this one. Shados put up a good fight. It's only about a 4 out of 10. Very disappointing crash at the end, not going to lie. But, yeah, there we go. It's a good effort. Mika will be through into the final. So here is your final. Mika's Chariot, Longbow with Moonhawk, and El Rossi with the Sunburst. We're not really sure what way this one is going to go, to be honest. Longbow's car is a little bit of the odd one out at this point, but has done well to make it this far. Honestly, the start is so critical here. It's so important to get a good turn one, essentially. They are all very even away from the line, as you would expect, let's face it. Mika has got the inside line. As we've seen, that inside line is not necessarily advantageous if you get pinned down to the bottom. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. Oh, Rossi's gonna have to, or Rossi's basically going for the be a little bit cautious and hope to carry speed, I say later on, try and not lose too much speed while they're battling. But the issue is the Sunburst has got a little bit caught up with the Chariot, and Rossi with a good run. Oh, there's just about room through there. Across the jump, all of them have a good run across the jump this time. No bouncing, no out-of-control vehicles. Longbow locks the brakes a little bit. Or Rossi wanted to be later on the brakes there than Mika. There's a bit of contact between the Sunburst and the Chariot as we now dive down the next hill. Longbow continues to lead the way from Mika. Or Rossi is there in third. The Sunburst has just not been able to overtake. Having got a little bit stuck at the start, has just not been able to overtake. Now, Longbow may have to start thinking about defending, and then that becomes an issue because, well, I don't know, maybe not quite close enough. It's not a big braking zone down here as we head into the hairpin. Oh, Longbow's got in way too. It's not a big braking zone, but Longbow's got in way too deep. Oh, Rossi's on two wheels. Longbow's gone for a falling over. That's unlucky. Oh, Rossi wanted to be a motorbike through that section as well, trying to carry speed. Will Rossi have lost too much speed, having had that big two-wheeled moment, and I guess the gathering it back up. It did look like the Sunburst was quick through there, but I think it's going to lose out. It hasn't got the momentum. It hasn't got the run to do anything against the Chariot. It is going to be, barring any weirdness through here, Rossi's closed in a little bit, but it's not enough. It's going to be Mika that will take a victory on the soapbox. It will be Rossi that crosses the line in second. Longbow, unfortunate. Did the difficult bit. Got to the lead, made a good start, but yeah, the hairpin. And it was admittedly under a lot of pressure from the Chariot. Longbow just a bit too much speed. Just could not quite carry the quarter speed that perhaps these two could. I'm not sure where that's off to, but it's found another hill off to the forest. Mika will claim victory in this one. But yeah, soapbox racing at the Canyon of Speed is very good fun. It's challenging, it's tough. This circuit, very easy to make mistakes, difficult to overtake on, but it is good fun. Yeah, very good challenge to try the old soapbox racing. That though is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. And until next time, goodbye.